Can you hear the rain? Very fine rain. It's not cold, it's not warm. Just lovely. And so many people aren't even out of bed yet. I can hear traffic occasionally, but it's just so peaceful. That is the beauty and wonder of having a space outside where you can sit in nature quietly and make your garden a complete garden journey, as far as not just growing food and beauty and looking after nature, but looking after your mind and your body and your spirit as well. Filling your lamp so that it can keep the light shining when there's times of darkness in your life. To have a space that you tend with your own hands and that you eat the fruit from, that's something very special. Can you hear the birds? Tweet's already been in here this morning. I haven't put out some mealworms for them yet. They were nesting this week. They were building a nest and getting comfy, and I saw the female in the nest, in the potting shed, in the watering can again. But it looks like yet again they've abandoned it. And I think it's because it gets so very hot in the potting shed. It's very hot at the heat of the day. Oh, there he is. He's on top of the... Oh, come on, Tweet. Where are you, babe? There you are. There you go. He's talking to me saying, where's the worms? Come on. They've gone back in the hedge again. Hi. I tried to coax him yesterday with a live worm in my hand, but I think they're still a bit too nervous to come and sit in my hand yet. It'll take time. And she's getting more brave, keeping about a little bit more than arm's length away on perches, watching, listening, but not coming closer. But he's very brave, so sweet. And that's another connection with the garden, is being connected with nature. Hey, Tweet. Hi, sweetie. Yep, he's still getting food. It's nice that they come back every year. Same pair. It's definitely the same male. It's lovely to watch them build a nest. I think I'm going to move that watering can into here underneath. But finding a place where the cats can't reach them is a bit tricky. I might put it up in that corner over there. I might put the watering can in that corner. The cats can't get to them there. And I'll have to build like a metal cage around it to stop the magpies getting in, but only the robins being able to get in. Might not look so pretty, but at least the robins will be safe and not too hot. We don't want them cooking those eggs, do we? Got to sort out that potting shed. Oh, making progress on the outdoor cooking area. I shall show you that in another video. It's coming along really nicely. Hubby was very concerned that it looks completely homemade. It's not, because he's no bricklayer or builder, and of course his abilities take a long time to be able to do stuff, but I absolutely love it. He asked a plasterer to come and have a look at it and tell him how he needs to plaster it, to cover it, because he wasn't happy with it the way it looks. But I told him before that it's perfect, it's great, it's lovely, it fits it with our garden. And I was really happy that the plasterer who came said don't render it. It wouldn't fit in with the garden if you rendered it. But it's perfect as it is because it suits the cottage garden. And I was so glad he said that, because that's how I felt about it. We've still got a few little issues to sort out and some problems to solve, like putting a door on it that works, and sorting out the chimneys, and then of course converting this very dodgy, never before used wood burner, never will be used as a wood burner, but it can be converted for that cooking area to be used as a stove. So so there's a while to go before we're done, and I'll show you when we're done. But it's another step on that resilience, not just and what ifs, but because it would be really cool to cook outdoors, especially in the good weather. And I think I'll make sure that there's a dry storage spot in there where I could store the Kelly kettle and the Dutch oven and all the charcoal and all the outdoor cooking stuff. So it's like a micro outdoor kitchen. I'd love all my neighbors to have an outdoor cooking area, outdoor kitchen. You know, that's how you could be one tiny little off-grid situation living in the suburbs, because you can't be totally off-grid in the suburbs. Not unless you've got a huge amount of money and can totally retrofit your house and put on loads of, or you can even get planning permission to put up solar panels and rig up some kind of other energy production in case there's no sunshine, which in the UK is quite frequent. But of course, modern solar panels can now generate energy even in less than sunny conditions. So we're getting there, but I would prefer to find other ways of generating energy. But while we're in the suburbs and don't own our property, dare I come out in this misty rain with my phone? Yeah. Yesterday, I tidied up this bed completely and put in rows of mung bean seeds. I'll show you that as well in a minute. It looks ready to grow. So mung beans and beetroot will go in this bed. Onions and carrots will go in that bed. In fact, I've got carrots there. And I have got onions that haven't started growing yet. And I'll put in spring onions. Onions haven't been a priority in this garden this year because they do take up so much space. And I'm trying to maximize what we grow. So growing alternatives to just brown onions or red or white onions. I do have some silver skin onions that I harvested, and garlic. Oh, slugs. Oh, and speaking of staples, the potatoes I put in the laundry basket are ready. So I shall show you them as well in a bit. They're ready to be harvested, dying back. Oh, look. Yeah, they're all clean. Not so bad at all. Ah, I'd say that's not bad. Oh, there's another one. All right. And they seem to be so ready that they're just coming straight. Oh, there's more. Ah, new potatoes. That's what we've got. We've got new potatoes. So they'll go nice with salad. Yes, they will. They'll be lovely. And there's, of course, raspberries to harvest as well. I've kept some silver skin onions for seed. The other seeds are all doing really well. There are straight rows. There are almost straight rows in my garden, I promise. It's not all chaos. And I've got sweet potatoes planted. But by August, they're going to have to go under the veranda for protection because they won't be ready until about November. Because that's how long it takes once sown, once planted out. It'll take about 130 days before harvesting anything decent. So, yeah, they'll have to come and live in here under cover to be protected and continue growing until they're ready. I'm enjoying my cuppa first thing. And there's strawberries on the strawberry tower. Garlic drying that I harvested. So it's always nice to have little reminders that some things actually work. Most of it's experimenting, and some things actually work. Anyway, that's just a little catch up for this week. I have obviously been very busy. It doesn't always look like it, but I can promise you it's been non-stop. I didn't actually get to work much on the business this week. I've squeezed in bits and I think I need to prioritize it. And I'm looking forward to wet days where I can't be out in the garden and actually be working. Pretty soon there'll be school holidays, and so I'll be able to have a good few hours of a day at least. I need to dedicate at least 4 hours a day to the business because it's got to get going. And I want it to get going and I require it to get going. I'm really pleased to be doing that. Oh, look. Been waiting for this for weeks. It's flowering. This one still has one flower left hanging on. 2. So as one finishes flowering, another is beginning to flower. Love it. Nasturtium trailing through the kiwi and the grapes showing promise. Oh. We certainly couldn't be self-sufficient in grapes. We certainly can be self-sufficient 100% in many things or anything, but we're self-sufficient in developing our skills and harvesting something from the garden every single day. And even through the winter there's always something we can harvest or use from the garden and use the space. I think that's half the battle, you know, changing traditional gardening ideas for the way we garden so that there's less you have to do to harvest bulks, grow bulks, harvest them, process them, store them, and the space to do that. Whereas in our garden there's not big bulk harvests. It would be great if we could. I would love to be able, like, I love that lady's channel, that British Homestead, that channel. I love how she can practically grow all of their fresh food as far as vegetables and fruits go for the whole year and store it and have a place to store it. I would love to be able to do that. But where we are right now, this is how I do it. And I'm happy with that for now. And together with the food storage cupboard, with the dry food storage and the cans and bottles and things like that, together with that, I think we have a very good way of being as self-sufficient as we can in the suburbs. So I don't think we could survive without a food storage cupboard of the things that we couldn't grow ourselves, like many of the pulses and the grains and things like that, because we just don't have the space to grow enough for us to store for the year. But to be able to have a space where you could grow and harvest something, even if it's just herbs every day. Oh, look, and there's the magpie. Let's harvest something from the garden. I'm gonna leave you with that thought. Hope you enjoy your weekend and the next week until I speak to you again, no matter what the weather brings to you, and that you find time or make time to get out in nature and especially in your garden. And if all you do is grow one hanging basket of something with a lettuce in it, that is awesome. Okay folks, take care. Bye-bye.